I've been itching to talk about Nebraska MAGA Republican Congressman Mike Flood getting absolutely raked over the coals at his town hall this past week. I am so appreciative of the energy that his constituents brought to that town hall. I want to show you a couple of clips and talk about them. But then I also want to talk about why I think it is that Mike Flood was willing to expose himself to this when so many Republicans are not having town halls at all because they know that their constituents are flaming pissed. And what I think the greater implications and concerns are for us as voters. So Mike Flood is from District 1 in Nebraska. He is a MAGA Republican. He fully supported the Republicans' big, nasty budget bill, which has become Trump's tax law. And he came to his town hall ready to gaslight the shit out of Nebraskans. Did not go well for him.
Next question.
All right, we have another question right here.
I believe in fair taxation, but I disagree with personally benefiting at the expense of lower-income Nebraska citizens. Trump is a pathological liar, and citizens can't believe a word that comes from the convicted felon's mouth. Keeping Nebraska in mind, what actions are you going to support or initiate that will provide health care and food assistance for low-income families, protect Medicare, not increase the national debt, unmask the ICE terrorists, close alligator Auschwitz, and impeach Trump if he pardons Ghislaine Maxwell?
We protected Medicaid and saved taxpayers millions of dollars from waste, fraud, and abuse.
The gaslighting is unreal.
This program, over the long term, will spend way too much money that we cannot afford if we don't protect it for those that need it. There are vulnerable people that need Medicaid. There are pregnant women that need Medicaid. There are folks that need to be in a nursing home.
Now, I have a lot more to show you because that's just the beginning of the constituent pushback and the continued gaslighting from Mike Flood. What do you mean that you are saving money? You are not fucking saving money for anybody but the billionaires. You're giving a giant tax break to the billionaires. Now, I think Republican electeds for quite a while have had this expectation that their constituents are just going to buy whatever bullshit comes out of their mouths. They're not going to fact check. They're not going to do due diligence. They're going to uncritically accept whatever Republicans say and whatever the Fox News talking points are. And now they're seeing that more and more of their constituents cannot ignore the harm that is being done to them by the Republicans, and they're no longer just uncritically accepting whatever a MAGA Republican says to them. Let's look at another clip real quick.
You do not get free health care. You do not get free health care.
I want to make a whole separate video on just that clip, but let me just say here, why not, Mike Flood? Why not, Republicans? Why don't we have free healthcare in the United States? Because we actually could fund universal healthcare if we just taxed the rich. I mean, we send billions of dollars in funding to Israel so that they can provide free universal healthcare for all of their citizens. Most other developed nations have nationalized healthcare systems. Yet here in the United States, we have watched the Republicans strip healthcare from 14 million of the most vulnerable Americans, including the elderly in nursing homes, including pregnant people, including disabled people, all so that billionaires can put more money directly in their pockets. I'm honestly baffled that Mike Flood thought that was going to go over well. Again, I'm going to do a whole separate video, so come back. I'm going to talk more about it at length, but let's look at another clip.
There's a saying that silence is complicity. Your silence tells us that you have no problem with the January 6th attack on the Capitol. The pardoning of all those involved, the big lie about the 2020 election with absolutely no evidence. These are all markers. These are markers of fascism. I have read a dozen or so books on authoritarianism and fascism. You said in Seward that you were not a fascist. Your complicity says otherwise. Have you ever spoken out against this administration and its Project 2025,
No,
which is a
hasn't.
fascist machine? Have you ever spoken out?
No, he has
There
not.
are a number of people, it's been reported many times in the news that there are a number of our colleagues, Republican colleagues, who do not like this man and they speak against him behind closed doors in private. Maybe you're one of them. There is a thing, profiles encourage. Why don't any of you, because you know better, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Sir, I want to be very clear with you. Give me a chance to answer his question, I'd be happy to.
Why are you being so passive aggressive? You sound like somebody's boomer mother-in-law.
Fascists don't hold town halls with open question and answer series.
Oh, baby. You thought that was going to go over well. Bless. Again, just like mad props for every Nebraskan who came to that town hall and was willing to go on the record standing up against fascism. I want to show you two more short clips from that town hall where constituents are expressing their displeasure. But then I want to talk about why it is that Mike Flood feels like he can wade into town halls like this with this kind of smugness and feeling very confident that nothing's going to happen to him and what we need to do about it.
For a border that is secure. And I support the president enforcing our immigration laws, which, by the way, were written by Congress.
I want to ask, why does it seem like when you make your voting decisions, they're based on capital rather than the working class? Billionaires and corporations got their tax issues enshrined into law forever, but the working class gets a no tax on tips or overtime that only applies to some of us, and now we wind up in a situation where we are. Funded by riches. Funded by the richest billionaires.
With all due respect, sir, the Republican Party now more than ever represents the heart and soul of the working class.
Jesus. How much more can you insult your constituents, Mike Flood? You are lying to their faces.
I support Israel. I support Israel. I support Israel.
Next question. Next question. How do you intend to ensure the accuracy of reporting on job and economic statistics?
I don't know what the situation was with the Department of Labor person. Neither do you. I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you, I've been an employer for a lot of years, and there's always two sides to every story. And I don't know what that side was. I will say this, though. If all that person did was get the data out there, if all that, and I don't know that's the case, but if that's all they did, I would not have fired her.
The way he's just like desperate to make all these excuses so that he doesn't offend Daddy Donald. Meanwhile, he intentionally offends, insults the intelligence of, disrespects his own constituents. Now, like all members of the House, Mike Flood is up for re-election in 2026. Now, let's be clear, Mike Flood is an extremely wealthy individual. He was extremely wealthy before he entered Congress. He owns 15 radio stations and 7 TV stations. He first came to Congress in 2022, representing Nebraska's 1st District. And you might say, like, what the hell was he doing exposing himself to that kind of anger, righteous anger from his constituents? How did he feel emboldened to do that and then to, like, lie to their faces? It's because he won his seat in the last election by more than 65,000 votes. Right? He beat the Democrat by more than 20 points. He got 60% of the votes in his district. And overall, the July poll numbers show that Nebraskans still have a 54% approval rating of Trump. I mean, you have to look to like Oklahoma, Tennessee, South Carolina to find higher numbers than that. I've talked before about how Donald Trump's policies are absolutely fucking over Nebraska's farmers. Nebraska is in a lot of economic trouble. And yet still, Republicans have a stranglehold on the population. 54% approval rating for Trump. And Flood clearly feels like he's going to go into the midterms expecting a majority of votes. He won by more than 20 points last time. So the takeaway is it's not the anger at the town hall that matters. It's the votes that will be cast in 2026.